voice you hide, and the freedom to speak. There's something about long rides that feels like meditation. You think you're escaping the noise of the world, but somewhere along the road, you realize you've been running from the noise inside your own head. The road doesn't give you peace. It shows you the silence you've been missing. I've always believed that the voice is not a tool for speaking. It's a bridge between what you feel and what the world can finally understand. And the reason most people can't cross that bridge is because they've never learned to listen to themselves first. When I teach public speaking, I don't start with words. I start with breath. Because every time you speak, your breath tells your truth. A shaky breath means a shaky belief, but a calm breath builds a calm presence. People say, "I'm afraid of public speaking," but what they really mean is, "I'm afraid of being visible." Because when you open your mouth, you're no longer invisible. You can be judged. You can be misunderstood. And that's terrifying. But here's the secret. The moment you speak with truth instead of performance, fear starts losing its power. The world doesn't need another perfect speaker. It needs a real one. There's a story about Winston Churchill, the man who spoke the words that carried Britain through war. Most people don't know this, but Churchill had a severe stutter and a lisp. He used to spend hours each night practicing his speeches out loud, shaping every breath, every pause, until his voice became rhythm. He didn't conquer his flaw. He trained it. And in that process, his weakness turned into identity. His imperfection became his fingerprint. The same happened with Martin Luther King Jr. Before he said, "I have a dream," he said it to himself hundreds of times. Not because he wanted fame, but because he wanted freedom. The freedom to express truth without trembling. That's what real voice training is about. Not performance, but liberation. Every great speaker, every artist, every leader, they didn't find their voice in comfort. They found it in chaos, when the heart was louder than fear. And that's what you need to remember. Your voice doesn't come from your mouth. It comes from your meaning. Tika do is yak. When I ride through these mountains, I feel like every curve is a lesson in communication. The way you slow down before the turn, that's pacing. The way you open the throttle at the straight line, that's projection. And the silence between, that's pause. The road itself is teaching the art of speaking. The wind never apologizes for being loud. The thunder doesn't wonder if it's too much. Nature simply speaks its language, and that's why we listen. Because truth doesn't need permission. It just needs courage. So if your voice shakes, let it shake. If you forget your words, smile and breathe. Because your audience doesn't remember mistakes. They remember emotion. They remember how you made them feel. Sometimes people ask me, "How do I make people listen?" And I tell them, "You don't. You make them feel." People don't follow perfect voices, they follow authentic ones. A good voice speaks. A great voice resonates. Resonance is what you leave behind after the words are gone. It's when your message keeps echoing in someone's heart hours later. That's the power of a true speaker. They don't just fill a room, they change its atmosphere. And that's what this road reminds me of. It's not about arriving somewhere. It's about becoming someone. Every kilometer you ride, you shed a layer of doubt. Every breath you take in this wind becomes another reason to speak without fear. So here's my advice to you. Don't wait until you're confident to speak. Speak until you become confident. Don't wait for permission. No one's coming to hand you your voice. You are the permission. You are the voice you've been waiting to hear. I'm Saber Zarei. I help people speak, not just to talk, but to lead, to connect, and to be heard. From the mountains, to the mic, to your heart. This is not just about communication. It's about freedom. The freedom to sound like yourself. The freedom to live your truth out loud.